The Apple TV 4K has always been one of Apple's most underrated products. While the spotlight shines brightest on the iPhone, the Apple Watch, or even the Mac lineup, Apple's small but powerful streaming box has quietly become the centerpiece of home entertainment for millions of people. Now in 2025, the company is preparing to release the next generation of the Apple TV 4K, and the anticipation is unlike anything we've seen before in this product category. Fans are eager to know the release date, the new features, and the role this device might play in Apple's broader strategy for dominating the living room. What we already know is that the wait won't be long, and by the end of this year, Apple is expected to finally unveil a refreshed Apple TV 4K model. Understand why the timing makes sense. It's worth looking back at how Apple has handled updates to this device. The original Apple TV 4K debuted in 2017, offering a serious leap forward in performance with HDR and Dolby Vision capabilities. It was followed by a long gap until 2021, when Apple updated the box with the A12 Bionic chip and introduced the redesigned Siri remote, addressing one of the biggest complaints from users. Just a year later, in 2022, Apple launched another refresh with the A15 Bionic chip, making the box thinner, more efficient, and cheaper, dropping the price to just $129. That price cut was a clear signal that Apple wanted to push the Apple TV 4K into more households, not just as a premium accessory, but as an essential entertainment hub. Now that we're 3 years past that launch, history tells us it's time for another big upgrade, and according to industry insider Mark Gurman of Bloomberg, that upgrade is expected to arrive toward the end of 2025. Apple's event calendar also gives us clues about when exactly this release might happen. Every September, Apple unveils its newest iPhones and Apple Watches, sometimes adding AirPods into the mix. October has traditionally been reserved for iPads and Macs. If Gurman's prediction is correct, the new Apple TV 4K could slot into this October window, possibly in November if Apple wants to give it its own spotlight. That said, there's always the chance Apple could surprise everyone and announce the box alongside the iPhone 17 in September, especially if the company is planning a big Apple TV Plus promotional push. Imagine Apple showing off a brand new exclusive show or sports partnership at its iPhone event, and then immediately telling customers that the best way to experience it is with the new Apple TV 4K. It would be the perfect marketing synergy, and Apple has pulled off similar surprises before. The bigger question, however, is why Apple is giving the Apple TV 4K so much attention now. After all, this device has always been a niche product compared to the iPhone. The answer lies in Apple's long-term ecosystem strategy. Apple TV Plus has grown rapidly in recent years, winning awards, securing exclusive rights to major films and sports, and establishing itself as a serious competitor to Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime Video. But while the service is available on third-party devices, Apple would much rather customers experience it through its own hardware. The Apple TV 4K, then, becomes more than just a streaming box. It becomes a gateway into Apple's ecosystem. Beyond streaming, the Apple TV is also positioned as a hub for Apple Arcade gaming, Apple Fitness Plus workouts, and even smart home control through HomeKit. And with Apple Intelligence, the company's new AI initiative, expanding across all platforms, the living room is the next frontier. The Apple TV could easily become the smart assistant hub for families, making it far more important than it was in years past. Rumors about the upcoming Apple TV 4K's features make this even more exciting. The most consistent leak points to the device being powered by the A17 Pro chip, the same powerhouse processor inside the iPhone 15 Pro models. This upgrade would not only make the Apple TV significantly faster, but also unlock console-like gaming potential. Imagine loading Apple Arcade games with near-instant speed, running visually demanding titles with smooth frame rates, and even supporting new graphics standards for 8K displays. The A17 Pro also makes video decoding more efficient, which could hint at support for higher resolutions and better HDR handling. Apple has always designed its TV boxes with future-proofing in mind, and this upgrade ensures the device will remain competitive for years to come. Another fascinating rumor is that Apple will finally integrate its own in-house Wi-Fi modem into the Apple TV 4K. For years, Apple has been working on moving away from third-party modems, and introducing one in the Apple TV makes perfect sense. A custom modem could drastically improve streaming stability, reduce latency for gaming, and boost HomeKit responsiveness for smart home devices. If Apple builds in Wi-Fi 7 compatibility, it could also mean faster speeds and more reliable multi-device connections, something that's increasingly important in modern households filled with smart gadgets. Perhaps the most exciting feature leak is the possibility of a built-in camera. Code found in TV A18 suggests that Apple may finally equip the Apple TV 4K with its own camera, a move that could transform the way people use it. A built-in camera would allow FaceTime calls directly on the big screen without needing to connect an iPhone or iPad. It could also unlock new experiences in Apple Fitness Plus, where the device could track your form and movements in real time, offering live corrections during workouts. Gesture controls for navigating the interface might become possible as well, adding a futuristic touch to the living room experience. And with Apple Intelligence expanding, the camera could even help with advanced AI-powered room recognition, automating lighting, music, and temperature based on who walks into the room. Siri is also expected to get a major upgrade with this release. Apple Intelligence promises a far smarter, more natural virtual assistant across all devices, and the Apple TV is no exception. Instead of simple commands, Siri could soon understand complex requests, hold contextual conversations, and personalize recommendations based on individual family members. Imagine sitting down on the couch and saying, "Siri, play something relaxing for me after work," and having the Apple TV immediately recommend a calming Apple Music playlist, dim the smart lights in your living room, and cue up the next episode of your favorite show, all without needing to dig through menus. This deeper AI integration could finally make the Apple TV a true smart home hub rather than just a streaming device. Of course, all of this raises another big question. Will the new Apple TV 4K finally support 8K resolution? The answer is complicated. On one hand, the A17 Pro chip is absolutely capable of handling 8K playback, and with 8K TVs becoming more affordable, it would make sense for Apple to add support now. On the other hand, most streaming services don't yet offer 8K content, and even Apple TV Plus currently maxes out at 4K HDR. That means Apple might hold off on fully marketing 8K support until the content ecosystem catches up. Still, adding support in the background would future-proof the device, ensuring it remains useful for years as the industry shifts. Pricing is another area where speculation runs wild. When Apple dropped the price of the Apple TV 4K to $129 in 2022, it was a clear attempt to make the device more competitive against cheaper alternatives like Roku, Chromecast, and Fire TV. Many expect Apple to keep the entry price around this level for the 2025 model. Though if Apple adds a built-in camera and AI-driven features, we could see a premium version priced closer to $149 or even $199. Apple might also experiment with bundling the hardware with subscriptions. Imagine buying an Apple TV 4K and getting 6 months of Apple TV Plus or Apple Arcade included for free. That would make the purchase far more attractive and ensure users immediately dive into Apple's ecosystem. Compared to rivals, Apple's real edge lies in its performance, privacy, and integration. Roku and Fire TV sticks may be cheaper, but they rely heavily on ads and data tracking, while Apple markets itself as a privacy-first company. The Apple TV also offers unmatched performance thanks to its iPhone-class chips, something competitors can't replicate. Add in exclusive services like Apple Arcade and Apple Fitness Plus, and you have a product that does far more than just stream movies. The 2025 update could finally push the Apple TV into the mainstream, positioning it as the ultimate all-in-one entertainment and smart home device.